It's your boy Imperial Valley bringing you the latest chapters of One Piece. Before we get into it, I would greatly appreciate if you like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grows and it helps me flourish more. I appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get into it. Chapter titled "The Six Faces of Vegapunk." The chapter opens up with Zoro talking to Brook and talking to Brook, situate, telling him like, honestly, I feel like if we all would have went off the ship because understanding that this whole situation with this island is not only a regular island, it's the island of the future, which is also still the government's island. It's like, oh, if we all get caught, we're fucked. Ain't no one bailing us. No one's gonna be able to bail us out now because we're on an island that we shouldn't even be on. But this is why I decided to stay on a ship. And Brooke, like, yo, you actually has a valid point. Like, you got a valid point to your reason to why you actually chose to stay. And I'm like, honestly, it's good I accompanied you, and stayed on board as well because that's some smart thinking. So now the time it shifts to Usopp and Nami and that group with Vegapunk 2, also known as Lily. They all like so they go into the laboratory. You got Usopp looking mesmerized, like yo, like the stairs are moving, and then you got Nami looking like yo, this is awesome. Like the stairs is sprouting from the ground as we move, and it's like yo, that is so damn awesome. And then we get a picture and a cover spread of the actual stairs, and it looked pretty damn dope. And then you got Lily looking like, all right, come on, well, so then we got Lily going through this big metallic door, and you got Frankie looking like, all right, cool. My thing is, what are you doing? Like, how is you even going through? What are you doing? Like, how you going through this metallic door? And then, as Lily going through, she actually explains that the island itself runs on fire, but she's looking for alternative, alternative fuels to actually power the island. And she looked like, yo, I wish that it was actually a thing called the internal flame that existed. Because if that existed, I would have been able to make my own sun. And it's like, yo, you thinking pretty damn bad. Because she like, yo, honestly, fire essentially can be turned into any type of energy you want if you know how to manipulate it just right. And it's like, yo, that's interesting to know. So like I wonder, like, is fire also a living and sentient being? Like, how can you manipulate it in certain different ways to convert it to a different type of energy? And it's like, oh, but hopefully they actually dive into that more. And then Lily actually tell them to come on, come on, like, what the hell is y'all waiting for? Don't let your senses be dulled up as they go through, as they actually walk through the gate, and they looking like, yo, like, we just, and shocked because they look like, yo, we just walked through this metal solid door, but we walked through it. So they looking like, yo, so was it a hologram? And then they checked when they got through, and they like, no, it couldn't be because it just actually sat up here and re-solidified itself. And then you got Sanji being him, so he's looking at awe and astonishment and stuff. So they all looking around in amazement, and then you got Vegapunk Edison. So he actually speaks, and he's looking like, oh, just keep walking straight, like I said, and everything should be all good. And then we come across the Sephiroth Four, also known as Pacifista. But it's interesting because the whole group looking like, yo, they wondering, is that Jinbei? So, and then you got Nami and Uso looking like, nah, that can't be Jinbei because like he looked young, unless he got turned young. And then you got Robin and Sanji and Frankie looking like, yo, I got a bad feeling about this. Something's just not sitting right with me because it's like it can't be him because he also got wings. So it got to be a third alternative. And it's like, yo, what can it be? What if he grew wings. So Frankie looking like, or it's a possibly fourth alternative, and he's actually a pacifista. And as soon as Frankie say that, he actually fires a beam, and it's like, yo. So just in the nick of time, they dodge, but they all hesitate to fight him because they're like, yo, even if he's not Jinbei, he looked just like Jinbei, and it feels wrong. And then Frankie looks at him because this pacifista Jinbei legitimately goes through the ground. You can say, or the floor or whatnot. So Usopp looking like, yo, he have fruit powers as well. Like what the hell? Like you recreated fruit powers. So Frankie looking like, yo, this looks familiar. Like I remember this devil fruit, and he actually remembered that because he actually fought. I'm trying to think of the guy. I think his name was Baby Sawa. Swear. Don't quote me on that. I'll probably butcher that name, but he's from Dressrosa. That was the guy he fought. And in that next moment, within that instant, he actually straight up chokes Nami. And then everyone gets furious, mainly Sanji. Sanji looking like, yo, I don't give a fuck who you wears, whether you get not Jinbei or you wears. You just signed your own death warrant with that. That stuff right there. Like at this point, and he straight sets his leg on fire and kicks the pacifista. And then you got Robin looking like, yo, yeah, what Sanji just said, agree. Like, what you just did was some bullshit. That was unforgivable. Like, I'm not about to stand up here and let you do that to a close mate of mine. And she used Gengantia Flora, Sea Serpent, Snapdragon Spank. And you see a huge version of herself with numerous arms actually just going towards the pacifista at an alarming rate. And then Usopp looking like, get out of the way, Robin. Because apparently he knows fishman karate as well. And it's like, damn. So Usopp uses a lethal green star skull exploding grass. And he look Usopp and he looking like, yo, I know this is messed up. I know this is Jinbei, but this still just doesn't feel right. But to his surprise, Jinbei was gone. Well, the pacifista, Jinbei was gone. He went underground again and just he started choking the life out of Usopp. So Sanji was about to go to the rescue, but Frankie looking like, you know what? Get out of the way, Sanji. Usopp, don't move an inch. I got this. So Frankie uses his radical being as he locks on him, and he straight fires like he just fired a beam. So you got Vegapunk Edison looking like he just used a beam. Like, who the hell is this guy? This is getting wild. And then he started looking like, yo, like, this is getting risky. Like, he's a pacifista, but he's still a kid. Like, we didn't put him through the laser test yet. That's later on. And then you got Lily looking like, yo, you said it. Like, honestly, I don't think these people know just how fucking much this causes just to even make one of them. Yo, if you damage or destroy him, I will legitimately destroy you and I will blast you off the face of the earth if you keep on like yeah, if you keep on fucking with me. Do not destroy the pacifista. And then she says she got a great idea. And then she says she leaves it all up to Dr. Vegapunk, the wisdom one, which is called excuse me if I butcher the name, but I believe it's pronounced Pyrita Pyritagoras, which is like honest. It's Vegapunk 4, which looks like a huge mechanical robot, and it's like, well, okay, then I'm gonna just do what I can do. Like, I'm gonna do my best, and then it cuts over, and then you see Vegapunk 3 looking like he's just looking like, yo, the machine just won't stop eating. Like, what's going on here? Like, you see Vegapunk 6, and she just keep eating. So then they having Vegapunk 3, 4, and 6. It's going back and forth having a conversation. And then it looks like you see, I'm gonna take a whim and say Vegapunk 6 coming from the background. And then you got the OG Vegapunk, Vegapunk 1. who's actually just like it's a huge main picture of Vegapunk, and then you got Vegapunk 6 as well again, just napping, and then it cuts over, and then you see, and then you have everyone. It looked like everyone have joined together. No, wait, nope. I'm lying. Frankie actually meets the original Vegapunk one, and then you got Luffy's group who actually sees this huge metallic ancient monster robot looking thing, and then it's like, yo, so they looking at it like it's so ancient. What is it doing over there? And that's how the chapter ends, and they're like, yo, well, like, would you believe me if it was a civilization from 900 years ago that with this kind of tech? And it's like, yo, that's interesting. So, what do you guys think about the this chapter? It was very informative. I'm gonna give it a like a 7.5 out of 10. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And remember, have an awesome day. Imperial Valley out. Peace.